Welcome, 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 welcome. Whew. This is the full moon in Cancer transmission, and we are whizzing our way through January 2022. My name is Tony. For those who don't know me, welcome, and for those who do, welcome back. I can feel it already. Cancer, all those feelings. The last few days, week or so leading up until this full moon for me has been very emotional, very raw, very mixed, a lot of feelings, a lot of questions, and a lot of energy about not having the answers. And that's what makes the feelings and the rawness feel so alive, as well as confronting possibly, and confusing. And I think, if anything, this transit was kind of one big sausage factory, put it all through the Mensa test about whether we can stay the course to what we want, what our heart desires, where we're going, and what we're looking for, and how we want to feel, and what's different to that, and then what we can do in the moment to resolve that, and what we have to deepen our faith in order to move towards in a more of a longer time frame or future shift, waiting, knowing that the pieces of the puzzle aren't in place, and we have to wait and really double down on that faith, as I said, to move forward through the unknown, to go towards where pieces are going to come into play, and fall into place. So I want to offer everybody in this moment a chance to breathe together, and to just tune in a little bit deeper to what's beneath those feelings. I know for me, it's been a lot of question marks about where am I going, and what am I doing, and why am I here physically, metaphysically, and what is it that I can do to find comfort and nurturing for myself in amongst all of this movement, in amongst all of these questions, and how can I give myself a sense of peace or a sense of comfort whilst all of the things around me move, and I sit still. And maybe some of you out there aren't the best with sitting still, whatever that means. Maybe you find it hard to sit still. Maybe you find it scary. Maybe you find it confronting. Maybe you find it, I want to find some deeper words here. Maybe you find sitting still rattling, unnerving. Maybe those that you have come across me before notice I try to be really cognizant of my language. And it's not that I don't ever say negative things or low vibrational things. It's more about maybe staying in the vibration if you're always saying, things are really bad, things are really bad. So I want to, exposing is coming through. I want to share words that help you go deeper in your understanding of yourself, so that you can move through to greater personal freedom, but greater personal growth and greater personal joy and love and comfort. Let's close our eyes for a minute. I invite you to hold yourself, hold your own hand, touch your own physical skin somewhere, whether it just be on your knee or your shoulder or something where you can comfort yourself. And remind yourself that we have the power to nurture ourselves. We have the power to make ourselves whole. In the moment and in the long term. As this full moon was bearing down on all of us, it was really for me shining a light on where I still felt open, but open from a different angle, open where I felt exposed, open where I felt vulnerable, open where I felt that the questions were deeper than the answers. The questions were so big that I couldn't get my arms around them, and it scared the shit out of me. It scared me because we want to feel steady, we want to feel comfortable, we want to feel whole, we want to feel held. And when those things aren't happening, it's usually that the first thing we do is try and fill those holes with other things. So when there's nothing to fill the hole with, or nothing that sticks, that's for sure, we can lose our footing and become, a smaller version of ourselves, or the things that would typically not rattle us would kind of move us into a place where we question more, and in that sort of same cycle, it would just go deeper and deeper down a hole, down a rabbit hole of where am I going and what am I doing and why am I here and what is my purpose? And maybe your questions are different, but I believe underneath those, whatever the questions are coming up from you, it all tracks back to the same thing. What am I doing? And why am I here? And how can I bring comfort to myself in this time? And how can I hold my own hand to get myself to the next day, to the next moment, to the next hour, to the next unknown future point, by being comfortable and comforted in this moment? Because this moment is all we have. I mean, I know people say that and we say that, but the truth of how deep the present moment kind of daisy chains us to the next one is something to really ponder for a minute. And I think that Cancer, is the crab. It's a shell. It's soft on the inside and it's hard on the outside. And it's connected to the home sign of the moon and the mother energy, the feminine energy. And there's this true desire to be held. And for me, letting nature, where I am here in the countryside, hold me for a day or so, even in the midst of, storms and snow and winter, just to sort of be held by something bigger than myself. Maybe something that, a movie or a drink or a this or a that or anything outside of ourselves can't give us reprieve from, but to actually surrender and let go into something bigger, like nature and the earth itself to hold us, that mother energy coming from the moon. I felt like all of the feelings were so close to the surface, bumping into each other and causing all of these sort of knock-on reactions and sort of pinball moments, that I felt I couldn't almost hold myself down. I was being bumped around and everything got shuffled. But these shuffles and shifts and changes and tuning in moments are what bring us great personal growth and advancement and expansion, which is really, in my understanding as humans, what we're here to do. We're here to grow. We're here to expand ourselves. We're here to bring in and attract magic and love, which is everywhere and available to all of us for free. And these moments of sort of holding steady kind of almost gives us more magnetic appeal, so that energy can come in and hold us and keep us safe, so we can move through whatever's going on around us, which really is so temporary. There's nothing better than a good night's sleep and you wake up and could be a whole different person. We're all going through so much change and so much unknown and rattling experiences, that the holding of ourselves and the grace we have for ourselves is what can steady us through these moments to take us to the next one. So I invite you to reflect on what feelings came up from you, from inside of you, the questions, the doubts, the unknowns. What bubbled inside of you? What feelings raged to the surface? How did they come to the surface? Did they come out in tears? Did they come out in anger? Did they come out in frustration? Where did they come from? And what were they trying to tell you? For me, these doubts around feeling as if I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life, which even saying it out loud now, I realize it's ridiculous, because I'm, never alone. God's always with me, of course. My Teddy, bless him. But it's bigger than that. It's bigger than being physically alone. it's bringing in those deeper questions. For me, I was like, what if I can't do all the things I want to do? What if I'm not going to reach these goals? And let me be clear about goals and things like that. These are all personal, statements or constructs that we put out into the world, and then we hold ourselves against them. They're just made up things. And so I want you to be gentle with goals and plans and things like that. We know that it's great to have ideas and move towards things, but be gentle. But for me, it really made me question, what if I'm not going to find a partner? Or what if he's not going to find me? What if all these dreams of all these jobs and movies and songs and plays and all these things I want to write and do and be in it, what if they're all not going to happen? What do I do then? What the fuck do I do then? But these feelings were here for me to remind me that, one, this is temporary, and two, to really see if I believe in myself and the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, that I know that I'm being guided to move towards all the things that are meant for me. I'm being asked to go towards the things. And when I listen and I sit still and I ground myself, those tiny messages help move me tiny, tiny, tiny bit at a time towards what is meant for me. And I think once you start asking these questions or being in this curious, open way of living, my God, as if you're listening to me, then you're in some form of that, whatever it looks like. There's no comparison and contrast of anyone's path over another. But if you're listening, the signs become almost so big you can't ignore them anymore. And therefore you will be moved towards your purpose, your goals, whatever you want to say. And you will be shifted, and you will be carried by something to where you're meant to go. And being able to surrender and allow that, while noticing the patterns, noticing behaviors, noticing what brings things up, noticing all of that, so you can be cognizant. We have to still do the work. There's no silver bullet. Sure, I can share things in everything I'm doing. I share everything because if there's some way that you can learn through what I experienced or learn through what I've done, then you can be more equipped, or your toolbox will be more helpful to help you move from place to place. But really, it boils down to us also doing the work. And what does that mean? It means being kind to ourselves, being aware of how we speak to ourselves. If we tuned into the Cancer energy, it's how would a mother speak to a child? If you go back to something like as simple as when a baby starts to walk, and if the baby falls over, the mum doesn't go, "Get up." I hope. "Get up and do it again. What are you doing? You're terrible." Like if you think about that innate support and loving guidance a mother gives us is what moves us to the next stage. We grow, we try again, we're reassured, we're maybe get a demonstration, or we're able to sort of have a safe environment to play and practice in. All of those things. And that's really the mother energy that what helps us become, you know, grown and advancing through the stages of being human. And so this beauty of finding our own tools or tricks to help us move from moment to moment in a nurtured and safe and kind way is all part of the work. The work to show up, the work to be vulnerable, the work to stay open, the work to be committed to finding our purpose, to even hearing the messages. So I continue to invite you to be open, to listen, to be still, to allow that mother energy to envelop you, to take you into a place of comfort so that you can guide yourself to the next stage of your day, of your moments. Let's take a little breath together. Close your eyes. And tune in to your heart. Feel free to place your hand there if you wish. You can put your hand on your skin. Feel it beating. And imagine you can hear the rhythm of the earth beating at the same pace. Mother Nature, Mother Gaia, whatever you call her, Pachamama. Whatever your language is, tune in. I like to really visualize that little pocket, that little soft spot at the back of your heart. See if you can breathe into it. See if you can find a really soft spot, the bit that you don't show to anybody very often, maybe even yourself. And let's breathe in there. Imagine that little soft spot behind your heart is frozen or solid or covered in something. And let's see if we can melt it with our breath, with our minds. Really deep. Breathe as deep as you can into that place. Let's offer a little prayer. To our mothers, the mother of the earth, ourselves, the angels, the guides, benevolent beings, those who guide us, those who love us, those who care for us. We want to say thank you. Thank you for holding space for us while we float from moment to moment. Thank you for holding space for us while we work out who we are. Thank you for holding space for us while we get curious about the things that trigger us. Thank you for holding space for us while we look at our feelings and really feel them. Really let those feelings come to the surface. Thank you for holding space and holding us steady so we don't have to push away those feelings that maybe have owned us or put us off course. Feelings, I love you, each and every one of you. All of you have helped me in my life. And thank you for coming up at this moon. Thank you for helping me see where I'm still growing, where I'm raw, where I'm sensitive, where I'm curious, where I'm vulnerable. Thank you for exposing me to all of the parts of myself so I can become more whole and keep moving forward towards my truth and purpose and a deeper sense of love for myself, for those that nurture me, and so I can learn how to nurture myself no matter where I am, what I'm doing, what goal I've reached, what job list I've checked off. Any of these constructs help me find my way through these moments, moment to moment, holding space for myself, to be deeper and deeper in love with myself, my life, and all of the parts of me, all of the parts of me, all of the parts of me. I thank you for coming forward on this moon to expose again the magic of who I am. We all emote differently. We all communicate differently. We all share differently. We all feel differently. And being in truth with how you feel and what's going on for you is so important to give ourselves comfort. So I promise to be kind to myself. I promise to be kind to others. And I promise to take small breaks to breathe and feel and deepen my faith in who I am, why I'm here, and where I'm going, and how I'm showing up. Please keep guiding me through these moments so I can grow, so I can deepen how much love I can hold and give and receive. Because I too deserve love and companionship and magic. I want you to repeat that for yourself. Really feel this when you say it. I too deserve love. I too deserve love. I too deserve magic, miracles, and truth. And I too deserve love. love. Happy full moon. See you soon.